Have you ever wondered what everything around you is made of? Look at your hands, the chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing. It all seems so different, right? But what if I told you that everything, from the biggest stars in the sky to the smallest ladybug on a leaf, is built from the same tiny, tiny building blocks? These amazing building blocks are called atoms. Think of them like the ultimate Lego bricks of the universe. You can use the same set of bricks to build a spaceship, a castle, or a car. The universe uses atoms in the same way to build everything we see and touch. It's a fundamental idea that connects all of us. Atoms are so incredibly small that you can't see them with just your eyes. Not even a regular school microscope. Millions of them could fit on the tip of a pin. Even though invisible, they are constantly at work. The atoms in water are what make it wet. The atoms in a rock are what make it hard. Okay, are you ready to zoom in? Let's imagine we could shrink ourselves down, smaller than a grain of sand, smaller than a germ, until we are small enough to see a single atom. What would it look like? You might be surprised to learn that an atom is mostly empty space. It's not a solid ball like we once thought. Instead, it's more like a giant, invisible cloud. But right in the very, very center of that empty space, you would find something incredible. A tiny, dense, super important core. This core is called the nucleus. Just how small is the nucleus compared to the rest of the atom? Let's imagine an atom is the size of a huge sports stadium. If you were standing in the middle of the field and you put a tiny marble down on the grass, that marble would be the nucleus. The rest of the entire stadium, all the way up to the highest seats, would be the empty space where the atom's other particles, called electrons, zoom around. The nucleus is unbelievably tiny, but it holds almost all of the atom's weight, or mass. So we've arrived at the nucleus, that tiny marble in our giant stadium. What is it made of? If we could look inside, we would find two types of even smaller particles, all huddled together. The first type is called a proton. Protons are awesome because they have a positive electrical charge. Think of it like the plus sign on a battery. They are the particles that give the nucleus, and therefore the atom, its identity. The number of protons in a nucleus is what makes an atom what it is. It's like a secret code or a unique fingerprint. Every single atom with one proton is a hydrogen atom. Every atom with 6 protons is a carbon atom. It's that simple and that important. But the protons aren't alone in there. They have friends called neutrons. Neutrons are the other particle found inside the nucleus. Their name gives you a big clue about what they do. Neutrons are neutral. No electrical charge at all. Neutrons are like the superglue of the nucleus. Protons all have a positive charge. Same charges normally push each other away, like two magnets with the same ends. The neutrons are there to add a special force called the strong nuclear force that holds all the protons together. They keep the nucleus stable and prevent it from exploding. Okay, so we've learned that the nucleus is a tiny, dense ball of protons and neutrons. That sounds cool, but you might be asking, why does this matter to me? Well, the science of the nucleus is not just something in a textbook. It's all around us, and honestly, it changes our lives every single day in amazing ways. One of the most important places we see the power of the nucleus is in medicine. Doctors can use special types of atoms called radioisotopes to see inside the human body without ever making a cut. These atoms have slightly unstable nuclei that release a tiny bit of energy which a special camera can detect, creating images of our organs to help find diseases. Another huge way the nucleus impacts our world is through energy. Have you ever heard of nuclear power? This is energy that comes directly from the atom's nucleus. In a process called nuclear fission, scientists can carefully split the nucleus of a very large atom, like uranium. When the nucleus splits, it releases a tremendous amount of energy in the form of heat. This heat is then used to boil water, create steam, and turn turbines to generate electricity for our homes, schools, and cities. We've been on an incredible journey today, shrinking down to explore the atom's tiny heart, the nucleus. We learned that everything is made of atoms, and that the nucleus is the command center that gives an atom its identity through its protons and its stability through its neutrons. We saw how this tiny but mighty core plays a huge role in our lives, from the doctor's office to the energy that powers our world, and even the stars in the sky. It's amazing to think that all of that complexity and power is packed into a space too small for us to even imagine. Science is full of these mind-blowing discoveries. The best part about science is that there is always more to learn. You don't have to be a professional scientist in a lab coat to be curious. Curiosity is the most important tool anyone can have. The next time you see something and wonder, how does that work? Or what is that made of? You are thinking like a scientist. Asking questions is the first step on any path of discovery. The world is a giant, amazing laboratory, and it's just waiting for you to explore it.